Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host, Yourself Down, a vlog-style review because I am tired and I just want to get on my vacation by this point in time. So, last review for 2021, and it is on a Has-Been Hotel X Harry Potter fanfiction. And yes, I have done, of course, Has-Been Hotel. I've done Helluva Boss, two of them. I thought might as well do another Has-Been Hotel. This one on what would happen if Harry Potter was adopted by, of course, Lilith and the King of Hell, Lucifer. And before anyone says Satan, Satan's actually a different kind of demon, so yeah. But either way, though, the story itself is actually really fun, and it's done by Stardust Knight. I hope I got your username right. Before I continue, a little disclaimer, I was going to do a Yojo Senki alternate history where Tanya is the leader of post-war Germany, post-World War I Germany, but that footage sadly got accidentally deleted. I'm not even... Honestly, I'm just, to this point now, tired and feeling extreme burnout that I just want to get this over with, so vlog style till next year, when I come up with something good. But either way, though. The story itself is actually really good. I am phenomenal. It is done very well. And while, yes, Stardust, the Dragon Knight has actually basically said that this is, of course, inspired by D-War's own Helluva Wizard, which originally was IMP meets The Boy Who Lived, which in my opinion is a good title along with Helluva Wizard, but that's just how it is. Either way, though, the story itself is good. It really is. And while no, of course, obviously calling out Dumbledore, the manipulative old bastard, it does still follow some good story beats. Harry having a loving family, Lucifer obviously kind of very much so coming out as a dad, Lilith being a very good mother, actually wanting another child, and of course Charlie being a very much so caring big sister. And I cannot wait to see when the actual Has-Been Hotel comes around, because once that angle comes into play, and of course Vaggie comes into play, that's where things are going to get kind of fun, because we could see kind of Wizard's own perspective on, you know, kind of gay couples and things like that. Well, yes, J.K. Rowling years later basically claimed that Dumbledore was gay, which... honestly, I don't care by this point in time. I gave up on caring years ago, so yeah, it's just one of those things. But we do follow Harry Potter growing up not only in hell, but also having, of course, Stolas as the tutor, Octavia as his friend, Charlie as the caring big sister, and again, we see him doing this. Now, the reason for going to Hogwarts can be a variety of things. Lucifer obviously wanting to get Harry to kind of bring Voldemort's soul out, so that way he can go to hell. He rightfully does, of course. Rightfully needs to go to hell, of course. But there is another element to it, I will say. The other element I will say is actually kind of neat is, has to be, in my opinion, I can't remember what I was going to say, what elements I actually did like this. One of the other elements I really did love about this fanfiction was that just sort of Harry Potter's character. Yes, he is still Harry Potter, but not Harry Potter. In reality, Harry has adopted the last name of his adopted parents. Dumbledore knows about hell and heaven. Hagrid knows about hell and heaven. And there is a lot of elements to that as well, kind of people trying to understand it. And I'll say this now. This is going through, of course, Chambers. This is going through, of course, Sorcerer's Stone. And it actually is, so far, doing a lot of good stuff and actually kind of skipping it. Now, something that would have worked out pretty well, in my opinion, is if Harry Potter basically just completely ignored all that stuff and was just doing what he does best. But there are a lot of elements here that could definitely come into play, especially the hell aspect. Because once we do get the climactic battle between him and Voldemort, I could definitely see him using his hell powers to a full degree. Basically, him, for this whole time, is holding back. But once Voldemort does come into play, instead of Harry Potter, of course, like in other fanfictions, passing the hell out, him literally going all out, trying to get the soul to go to hell, because he sees himself as the son of Lucifer, the warden of hell, the king of hell. And as such, I could see him, when he finally faces Voldemort, not only, of course, giving his full name with the adoptive family name instead of Potter, but also exclaiming that he is the Prince of Hell, the son of Lucifer, and the son of Lilith. the King of Hell and the Queen of Monsters, or the Mother of Monsters. Using that very much so extreme hell powers to basically grab Voldemort's soul out of Quell, especially Quell, and dragging them through a hell portal into hell. And in a weird way, the author could take that element and basically use some sort of hellhounds themselves, sniff out the soul fragment, and start literally hunting across the country, jumping back and forth, finding the Horcruxes, and literally getting that soul. Of course, that would end the story too quickly, and would... yeah. But at the same time, the Has-Been Hotel angle could be played as well. Again, there are so many ways this can be done, especially when the Goblet of Fire comes... especially when we do get to the Goblet of Fire. If Harry's name does come out of that goblet, that's where things are going to get real fucking crazy, because then Lucifer and Lilith could basically throw their weight around in the wizarding world. Literally going after Rita Skeeter, basically saying, oh, you're going to hell, or, you know, the whole Mortal Kombat thing of, your soul is mine. You know, that whole thing. But overall, I did enjoy the story. For 7 chapters as it is enjoyable, and I am looking forward to the next chapter. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that, closes out 2021. I've had a hell of a year, and I'll be honest, I had a lot of fun. I really did. And coming next year, I'll try and do more Wattpad stories, because I have been requested to review a lot of Wattpad stories. So, next year in 2022, I will see what I can come up with and what story I can review that will definitely, you know, be kind of good. And obviously reorganize and do all that. But to all of you out there, I thank you so very much for a hell of a year, for all the fan fictions that you've recommended, for all the fan fictions that you've written, for just the pure enjoyment or pure hatred that you've gone on to me. And all I can say is, let's hope 2022 is just as good, if not as great, as 2021 has been for fanfiction, and just media in general. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and here's to 2022. Till next time.